Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So just starting off with Euro USD as usual, and you can see we've basically broken below this previous swing low, and this is also a weekly level of support. There's another weekly level further down, but 117.066, you see we flirted with it for quite a few 8-hour bars, and then we finally broke through. So my view is still the same. We're looking at a stronger dollar at the moment. Feds did come out yesterday saying that they may be tapering sooner than later, probably just manipulating the markets as they normally do, and as a result, dollar responded and the indexes responded. So at the moment, you can see that's pretty much when the noise came out. You can see a pretty noisy candle. We've gapped down this morning and sort of rallied, not rallied, but sunk a little bit. I'm still of the opinion this is too noisy, so I want to see a pullback. This is the gap, it'll be a magnet. So looking for a pullback onto structure before I even touch this thing for a continuation to the downside. So looking for a pullback onto 117.100 area. We can get back, close the gap, then have a look at price action from there, and you'd expect to move to the downside. Just bear in mind we do have some jobs numbers coming out today, so don't be too surprised to see that jobs number being exceptionally good, which is obviously going to whipsaw this even more. So yeah, for me this is just sit on hands. We have got a major trust structural break here on the weekly, but I want to see it retested before I start looking at shorts here. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, highlighted this range yesterday. That trade is still in play. You could see sort of earlier in the week bounced off the bottom, a little bit of a bit of resistance on the moving averages, but now we're through them. So I would expect us back to top of the range at 110.600 area. So if you look at the hour, again after hours we've had 3 solid bars here, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see it continue up during the session, up into the zone of what could be resistance, 110.300, and then see what happens up there. If we get through that, then obviously I'm looking for this area, 110.636. Got a good breakthrough here on the hour as well on the moving averages. So yeah, I think pullback onto structure is definitely something worth buying. So something back to 110.044 or 110 flat. But same thing here, bear in mind there is a gap here, so nice pullback, close a gap, that would also offer some structure. So those are 2 areas I'm watching, 110.044 and 109.800, waiting for some structure in those areas, and then I will be looking at an opportunity to buy into this and targeting 110.300 or alternatively 110.630. Moving on to the pound and British pound Japanese yen. You can see we had a pretty solid move the last week and a half. Half of last week and half of this week, but we've come into some sort of a pullback here. Now there's a little bit of structure higher up. We're flirting with structure right here. You can see that's previous swing low. I prefer this level up here, 151.546. So if we look at the hour, that's the area we're looking for. Does bring into play a bit of a sort of little bit of a cup and handle, or even a head and shoulders. You can see shoulder, head, shoulder, all cup and handle. So yeah, I want to see what happens up here. So 151.546. If we do get some bearish price action up there, which is going to be engulfing bars, inside bars or pin bars, then I'll be looking to continue this to the downside. So 2 scenarios, I said it yesterday. Potential for a reversal here on the hour. Also, if you look at the 8 hour, you can see we grew to the downside here, and you want to see a bit of a higher pullback into structure. But if you look at the chart, there's not much structure unless we break through this and we start forming a range, which is also a possibility. So yeah, I'm looking for a pullback, and then we're looking for opportunities to sell into that. So trend is down until it's not. At the moment it is still down. This could just be a flag forming, but we'll wait to see what happens further up. 151.546. Just to highlight London breakout strategy, first 7 bars here would have definitely worked out. to there. So there's my first 7 bars. You can see top of range, bottom of range, and we hit the range target. There's a range target there. So just bear that in mind. London breakout strategy, definitely something worth watching on the pounds at the moment. Lastly, Euro, British pound. You see on the 8 hour, basically been going up and down this week. Down, pin bar, up, engulfing bar there. Now we're sort of trying to buy off a little bit of, if you look to the left, you'll see what the structure is here. Pretty much this swing low, and there's a couple other swing lows onto it. So you can see we're trying to buy off 085114. If we move down to hour, I'm not so sure that that chart's going to give us anything at the moment. You can see ranging right now. Not really interested in that. Does look like it could be flipping to the downside. So the 8 hour trend is down. So you should be looking for opportunities to sell into this. The question is this a decent area? Problem is on the 1 hour, you can see we've got what's looking like bullish structure. But to me, this just looks like a bit of consolidation before we make a move in the direction it was heading, and it was starting to head down. You can see lower lows, lower highs. So wait to see. I think London breakout strategy to the downside, definitely worth taking. There is a bit of a gap target down the bottom here, over there, as a first target. But then after that, I would expect the bigger trend to continue to the downside. So looking for some structure. There's no structure here. I don't want to be trading inside this. I want to see a clear break of a range, retest, and then you can sell into that. Pretty much looking for this 8 hour trend to continue to the downside. So come and test these lows. Anyway, guys, that's it for me on Forex. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.